Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, joined today by Chris the Problem Duncan, who returns to action at UFC London facing Jordan Vucenic. Chris, always a pleasure, my mate. How are things with you today?
Good, brilliant, glad to be here.
How are your emotions ahead of your return?
Not so much emotions.
Hmm.
I'm just excited to be here. You know, maybe that is an emotion, but I try not to bring that too much into it. You know, just fight off instinct.
100%. Before we talk about the fight, I want to bring you back to a picture on your Instagram that you posted a couple of days ago. I believe the caption was something to do with wrestling practice, and it had yourself, Grant Dawson, Mozvar Evloev, Bo Nickel, Mike Brown, and I'm forgetting somebody, but that was the general gist.
Bo Nickel was one of them.
Bo Nickel was another. What is wrestling practice like in American Top Team?
Wrestling practice can consist of many different things. So firstly, we'll obviously go over situations in regards to drilling. So whether it be sprawl, walking off the front headlock or something like that, or for instance trying to take the back from a shot, and then it will move into some positional rounds, whether that be just stalemate positions, like maybe both guys in turtle with their arm in the back, and then it's like go, so it's like a race to stay on top, and then we can move into like single leg positions, and then what will happen is we'll maybe do 3 to 5 different types of rounds, whether it be on the wall or it'll be in the open, just live goes. So it's pretty intense with Moko. Moko runs the Monday club.
Moko Mondays.
Yeah, it's the famous Moko Mondays. So I really enjoy that class, and my grappling's got so much better.
I remember the other name. The other name was Mateusz Gamrot, and there seems to be from Instagram. There seems to be a 4 or 5 man little set of yourself, Dustin Poirier, Mateusz, Grant Dawson, and Dakota Bush, who seems to be the 4 or 5 guys who you train with. How much is moving over to American Top Team and training with those guys and training under the likes of Mike Brown and Steve Mocco and Thiago Alves, helped to elevate your game?
Well, to be totally honest with you, man, it's completely changed it, flipped at 180. You know, these guys have the best guys in the gym 24/7, 7 days a week. So they've got to evolve very, very quick. Sometimes guys in the UK don't evolve as quick. We still do. We've got the niche guys, the guys that are the top of their game from the UK. And then it just takes a little bit longer, but you get the kind of freak athletes. But, you know, as well as much I'm changing my game, you know, I'm implementing my game to my training partners, and they're appreciative of that too. You know, these guys are always bigging me up, and they know I'm one of the better guys in the gym, and they want to train with me. So that's why we're in that small group.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Your opponent's coming in. He's coming off his UFC debut on short notice, but he's been a guy who's done a lot on the cage. What do you see him on the British European level? When you got this fight, what was your kind of first reaction to the Jordan Vucenic name?
Not much, to be honest. I watched Vucenic. I've actually talked a little bit over social media because he's a madman. He gets his armpit tattoos and all that.
He got more tattoos than you.
Totally. He's got them on his face and everything. So,
is that a no-go, by the way? The face, where are no-goes for tattoos?
For my fiance, she's like, no neck. So I got my head done instead. But yeah, face for me and neck, I think, is out of the question. But you know, I'm always slowly adding to it. But the armpit as well.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on Jordan as an upcoming opponent?
Crisp, clean, does everything right. So it's a great opponent for me in regards to. Obviously, he's coming off a loss. He's a big name, massive name in the UK, and I was needing, like, obviously after my big win last time, I was needing a big name. So he is a big name. Just because he's not fought in the UFC doesn't mean he's not a big name. And I have the utmost respect for Jordan, but I'm looking forward to putting on a performance on him and showcase. I've not had the chance to showcase my full skill set. I'm slowly piecing together all the small things in regards to my training camps and putting it all together on fight night, but he's the guy to do it on.
England and Scotland have a very storied rivalry across sports, across football most specifically, and in many other factors. You like a little bit of, I wouldn't say Neil, because you said there's been respect, but kind of the local derby, if you will?
Well, it even means a little bit more to me because I'm from Stirling, Scotland, so that's where the Battle of Bannockburn actually started, back in many moons ago, 13, 14 it was. So that's a huge thing for me, Scotland v England. For me, it's not personal, but it's definitely, it's like, I don't know, you know, it's more the kind of football rivalry that people do that with. But certainly, I think all my Scottish supporters are going to come across and support me but 100% I'll be getting booed when I walk out. I know it.
What are you anticipating in terms of Scottish presence in the O2?
Well, off the top of my head, I know about 30, 40 people come that are my friends. But last time I was in France, I could not believe it. I walked outside the front door and there was people with Scottish flags, and I was like, I don't even know these guys. So that was crazy. And then obviously I added them Instagram and stuff like that afterwards, just to kind of show respect. And you know, it's insane that I have people who I don't know who support me, which is crazy.
100%, mate. When a Chris Duncan fight is announced on a card, there's always a lot of anticipation and always a lot of excitement for the 15 minutes or less in the cage. I'm wondering, as somebody who is viewed, and maybe you agree or disagree with this, but as a fan favourite or an action-friendly style, do you feel a pressure to perform, or do you just try and go up there and fight your fight?
No, mate, I'll do whatever it takes to win. You seen in my first fight, I had to get the win through wrestling. You know, it's not going to be as easy as that with Jordan. You know, I was injured in my debut, and I just had to go to the wrestling because of that. So a saying we have back in Scotland is "piss with the cock you've got." So sometimes you've got to just do with it. This camp, I have 0 injuries, 0 excuses. So this fight is going to be obviously a fan favourite, and I pride myself on that being 100%, or not just in fighting, in training, in my life. Like, I do everything to 100%. Like, I'll go out my way into interviews with guys just because I think it's good, and you know, that's why it's natural for me to be a fan favourite.
100%, mate. You in this fight, you're 4-1 in the UFC. Do you feel like enough people are talking about you and what you've done in your early to mid stage of your career in the lightweight division?
Mate, everybody wants extra, don't they? But you know, you got to build up the ladder. You know, I'm all about being that workhorse and building up those steps. You know, I'll hate it when people don't talk about me, but when people are talking about me, I'll probably also hate it. You know, but yeah, mate, I'm not in this for fame. I'm in this for fighting and for money. So, my goal has changed slightly. Just having a family is, like, obviously money is a massive part, and the UFC have given me that opportunity to fight for money, and that's why it's changed. I used to do it for free, and I would go back to doing it free, you know, if it was a hobby, but it's not a hobby, it's my life.
100%, mate. Last question from me. Thank you so much for your time. You can be as brief or as detailed as you like. Talk me through what the perfect day on Saturday looks like from morning to night. Talk me through what it looks like.
Perfect today. Oh, well, obviously wake up, have some good food, hydrate, get to the event, walk in the cage, pump fist with Jordan, I throw one punch, the job's done, that's it. I go home and see my family. That would be the perfect idea, but I don't think it'll happen like that. You know, I think it'll be a hard fought 3 rounds, and I've planned for that in regards to, obviously, you're in the wrong organisation if you're not going for the finish, and you know that I will be going for the finish, but I feel that Jordan is so technically sound that it's going to be a difficult guy to put away, so I'm going to try my best to put him away. You know, I'm going to pull all the tools out to try and do that, and you know, if I get the finish, which I hope, and I've been training for that, I've been finishing guys in the gym, you know, obviously not with strikes, that's not what we want, you know, it's like, I've been going for the finish and I've been trying to improve position, and so, you know, the finish is inevitable, but I will win all 3 rounds.
I love it, mate. Well, look, thank you so much for your time. Before we finish, this is going out to an American media company. I'm looking forward to some of the YouTube comments between a Scouser and a Scotsman. It's going to be interesting to see some people
get the subtitles.
I think subtitles might be needed for this one, but thank you for your time. Have a great, safe rest of camp, and best of luck for the fight.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.